Lotso was more than capable of sitting outside with Baby and Chuckles so they could be discovered by their kid the next morning and rejoining the rest of her toys. But Lotso didn't even want to try and make it back into Daisy's life because he didn't want to be Lotso 1, who now had to share the spotlight with Lotso 2. He wanted to be the only Lotso. And so, blinded by a jealous rage, Lotso chose to paint Daisy as the villain of his story rather than the girl who had loved him so much she needed to replace him, deciding that she had never truly loved him after all, which was the deciding factor in his choice to leave her forever and pursue a new life elsewhere. All that being said, these feelings and this decision aren't what make Lotso a villain. It's what would happen after this moment that would mark Lotso as one of the cruelest evildoers ever to be animated. Most of us have experienced some sort of irrational anger or hatred for something or someone in our lives. And while that's never a good thing, so long as you aren't hurting anyone else, you're more than welcome to stew in whatever pit of rage and despair you've created for yourself. And while it wouldn't have been ideal for Lotso, it would have been fine if Lotso's emotions and decision here only affected Lotso. But when Lotso spied that other bear and formed his deep-seated hatred for Daisy, he instantly adopted an "if I can't have her, nobody can" attitude. As when he turned to tell Baby what he and Chuckles had just seen, he chose to lie and tell Baby that they too had been replaced, forcing Chuckles to agree and taking their fates into his own hands and ordering them to follow him, preventing them from making their own decision in the face of Lotso's overwhelming and hate-filled resolve. His denial of agency for Chuckles and Baby was bad enough, but like any person with a hate-filled heart, when an opportunity to unleash some of his anger and malice on a greater scale presented itself, he took it. After leaving Daisy's house, Lotso and his friends hitched a ride on a Pizza Planet delivery truck for parts unknown, which led them to a fateful arrival outside Sunnyside Daycare, a place where lost and neglected toys come to find new life, and the perfect proving ground for Lotso's newfound ideology. In the face of great heartbreak, Lotso had come to a dreadful conclusion that toys are all replaced eventually, that they're all just trash waiting to be thrown out, and the happiness a toy might feel from the love of their kid is but a lie that's doomed to wither away eventually. So Sunnyside became not just his new home, but evidence for his new worldview, a place where forgotten toys are taken to be used and abused before they're eventually thrown into the trash. Thus what formed in Lotso upon his arrival at Sunnyside was a great cruelty and selfishness, a desire to make his now wretched existence into something he could bear by setting himself up as a king amongst toys who was not just the decider of his fate, but the fate of every other toy under his thumb.